Morning everyone, Jan Hicks of Jan Hicks Creates here. Welcome back to my channel. It is Flosstube number, I can't remember from just looking at it a second ago, 45. Not going to do math. Welcome. If you are new here, we're getting back to normal. Whatever normal may be. If you're returning, thank you very much. You know how much I love you and appreciate you spending time with me. I know there's an awful lot of us out there, and it's hard to watch all of us all the time, as much as you might like to. But I do appreciate whatever time you do spend with me. I want to start out my video today by apologizing. I made a comment in my Stitch With Me, I don't know whether it was yesterday or the day before, about doing a drunken Stitch With Me video. I did not take into account the sensitivities of those who are alcoholics or who have loved ones who are alcoholics. I do apologize. I did not mean any disrespect. I am aware that it is very difficult for everyone involved, so please accept my humblest apologies. I hope you like the rainbows at the beginning. Mike and I didn't really do anything this weekend as far as, going any place we could take really pretty shots. So I just filled your beginning with all the rainbows that we've seen up until now. This is kind of going to be a rainbow-oriented video in some respects. And I'm going to start off with a quote. Excuse my squinting because I don't want to put my glasses on. This is from, okay, so I do yoga with Adrienne every day, and I'm working through one of her monthly programs, but she also puts out a new video every Sunday. This past video, it was something like yoga with rainbows or something like that, and it was a fun one. It was a one with a lot of back and forth working the sides, which is always good. But she also sends out an email on Sunday in relation to that video, and she had this quote at the beginning of that email. Dare to love yourself as if you were a rainbow with gold at both ends. And that is by somebody named Aberjani. Dare to love yourself as if you were a rainbow with gold at both ends. So that is your challenge for this week. Excuse me. First thing in the morning, and I'm a little phlegmy yet. Yeah, dare to love yourself as if there's gold. You're a rainbow with gold at both ends. And if that doesn't bring you joy, I hope my rainbows at the beginning did. So it is Monday, March 19th at 8:48 a.m. I am trying to get this done early. I record my Flosstube videos up in the loft. The loft does get quite warm as the day goes on, so I'm trying to get this done before it gets that warm. It is 69 degrees and partly cloudy so far. It says it's going up to 74. Probably be a little warmer. So, let's see. I didn't get a chance to watch any new Flosstubers this week. This week is kind of a blur, as you can imagine. I had to laugh. So, my subscriber number has been going up and down all week. Like I'd gain 2 and I'd lose 2, and I'd gain 1 and I'd lose 2. And I have a feeling people are watching all my Stitch With Me videos this past week thinking, is this all this woman does is start new projects? That's just insane. It was a little insane, but it was also a lot of fun, and I'll be talking more about that as we go on. So I didn't really have time to sit, doing all the videos, even though they weren't long. They do take some processing, and then there's life. So I didn't really have a whole lot of time to sit and watch Flosstube. And then before you know it, Mike's home, and we're doing stuff and talking and giggling, and as we do. But I did want to say, I made a comment yesterday in my Stitch With Me about Carolyn Zook's video that she got the fabric for Harbor Haven, and it's huge. 25 count. She was planning on doing over 25 count for Harbor Haven. Monster. So I said everybody needs to go and comment on her video. She laughed at my comment that I put on her video. She laughed when she put a comment on my video. She's like, what was I thinking? But anyways, I had the name of her channel incorrect. It is C Zook Stitch. I had told you CZ Stitch. It's C Zook Stitch. So if you haven't found her yet, go find her and harass her a little bit. No, it will be magnificent, Carolyn, whatever you want to do. You do you. Whatever makes you feel good. Let's see. So yeah, not a lot of Flosstube. Today we have, I'm going to show you all of the birthday starts, the progress I've made on them, talk a little bit about what the future holds for them. And I got some amazingly generous gifts from people. God, you guys. So I'll be showing you those. I think that's about it. No finishes. What a surprise, huh? So anyways, we'll talk about plans a little bit going forward. But for now, let's get started. All right. I don't have these like in the order that I did them in, or any particular order. Some of them I do have to bring up my phone and show you the digital picture of, though. So let me bring up pictures. We are starting with Om. My beautiful, beautiful elephant. This is a pattern I got off of Etsy. Lola Lotta Shop. I will have all of these linked in my show notes on my website. Oh, speaking of website, that is something I wanted to mention. Website, madforyarn.com. I did put up a page on there where I am going to add to it anytime I do a major conversion of floss on a project. So I get a lot of questions, as you can imagine. I'm just going to point you there instead of having to repost the same information multiple times. So madforyarn.com, underneath the banner at the top, there's all the different page buttons. One does say color conversions. Right now I have, see if I can remember them all. I have Quilter's Cottage, Green on Green, Indigo Lane. I can't remember them all. Hoity Toity. I think there's a fifth one that's not coming to my brain. So I am going to keep a list there of any time I do a major conversion. Okay, so I have not done any more on this since I showed it to you the last time. This is on the 28 count dense fog Jobelin. So there's going to be a theme here as we work through these projects. I don't want to put any of them away, but I already have my year of BAPs going, and I want to keep going with those as well. I really don't know how I'm going to handle it. I'd like to say I have a plan. I don't. We'll see. I definitely am getting back to my rotation of my big projects. These may come out to play. Some of them are going to go into the rotation, and I'll tell you that as we go. These other ones may come out to play because I miss them, and Om is definitely one that I'm going to miss. This is another one. I don't know how I'm going to put this away. Guiding Star Lighthouse. This is the kit I got from mybobbin.com as a promotional piece. Again, I haven't done any more on that since I last showed you. Started the lighthouse and the little lighthouse door. So right here in the center. I don't want to put this away because I really want to see how this works out on this fabric. This is the 100% organic hemp that I got from Jackson Fabric Arts. It is just so pretty. This is the one that when I had counted it, it was 30 stitches per inch one way, 32 per inch the other way. The dyer did get in touch with the manufacturer and learned that it is a true 30 count. So either my counting is off or the dye process did change the count a little bit. I'm not worried about it. It's going to be gorgeous. It's going to be gorgeous. So that one, I don't know, I'll put it away. Green on green, which mine isn't green on green. It is gorgeous colors on burnt bronze. This one is going into my year of BAP's rotation. Because again, it is just too gorgeous to put away. And it is, I think, a BAP, right? It has multiple pages. Of course, all of these have multiple pages. You know, I could very easily add them all on, but then the list is so long, you aren't really, I want to feel like I'm making progress and actually getting some of these done. So, some of these may get added on, like as I finish up ones that are on my list, I will bring these out. Gotta find Aloha for you. So this is the next one. This is from the magazine Cross Stitcher? I can never remember whether it's Cross Stitcher or Cross Stitch Crazy. One of the British magazines, Emma Congdon Stitchrovia. So you can see I did get Aloha done. Oh, 1 second. I got all the outline for Aloha done. I'm starting on the shading. I did get the number 10 floss that I need for the inside, but like I said, I don't think I'm going to use it. I think I'm going to keep the inside open so the fabric shows through. This piece I am going to use as my piece when I get together with the other gals here on the island to stitch. I will be meeting them this coming Sunday. Of course, when I got together with Dee the first time, we didn't do a lick of stitching because we were too busy talking. So hopefully we'll get to the point where we actually stitch. But anyways, when we do, that one will be my companion. The next one up is Spring Door. This is another one that I got from mybobbin.com. There is a whole set of the seasonal doors by this designer. Spring being my favorite season, this is what I started with. I'm using the same fabric for all of them. This is a 30 count Linda, I believe, that I am stitching over one. And I am kind of doing a parking method on this, so. This one will get put away. I don't know when it will come back out to play. I do love it, but it's going to get put away. Some of them have to get put away, right? Next up, we have Jeanette Douglas's Aloha Hawaii. This is the one that I was waiting on some of the Gloriana silks for. I did get that order in. Let me show you where I am so far. I have one of the palm trees done and most of the fronds done on the other one. This one is not getting put away. This one is getting added to my rotation. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. And get out the floss for these, or the Gloriana, is just amazing. And there's also beads. So I got all those. So look at these colors. Are those gorgeous? So yeah, this isn't getting put away. And then the beads are this little yellow, rose gold that kind of matches that, and then a blue. So pretty. I wonder what size seed beads these are. I bet you these are 11s. I probably have some of these. Whoops. Hold, please. Gloriana is not allowed to stay on the floor with all the cat fur. So anyways, this isn't going to get put away. This will go into my rotation. In fact, I'll probably work on that here in the next day or so. Next we have Lila's Studios Summer. I got the pot all done, started to work on the leaves, the vine going up. This one I am using all the called for fabric, the called for floss. So I'm starting to work up the vine here in the center. This one is going to get put away for just a little bit. As I've told you before, Grateful Hearts, I am going to finish that. I am not going to let that get put back into hibernation. But as soon as that's done, and I don't think it's going to take too much longer once I get back to it, I'll get Lila's Studio out because I do want to finish that while it's still summer. And somebody commented, Jan, isn't it always summer there? You're in Hawaii. Well, this is true, but you know, I still honor the seasons. And actually it isn't, I mean, it's not always the same. It's definitely cooler now in the winter. And it's, you know, I think it's gradually warming up, and then I assume it will gradually cool down some. There isn't really more than a 10-degree difference, I don't think, between the highs in the summer and the highs in the winter. But, you know, I'm still going to honor the seasons. Next up is Peonies. This is actually called Pink Etude. Another one from my bobbin.com. This is the one that I had been planning on doing on the 40 count maritime, that's the word I'm looking for, maritime white, but there's blends in this again. Only a couple in this one, but I decided I wanted to, that's a better representation of the fabric color. I wanted to be able to do those blends, so I changed it out to this one. This is a 32 count. I do not know the manufacturer or the name. There is no tag on it. I didn't even know it's 32 because I counted. But I think it's going to be really pretty. So this is these bottom leaves down here and then starting around this one. Just gorgeous colors. And actually I'm holding that wrong. And this one has, so it's 2/2 on the 32, and then it does have all the shading, and that is with one strand of floss over 2 for the background. This one will get put away as well. I have to put some of them away, right? And last but not least, oh, I have to go to a different place to find the picture for this one. Hold, please. Next up is the fractal bookmark. Why is that blinking? Well, that's odd. Did you see? Can you see that blinking up there? Tell me, whenever you're looking at this screen, if at the top of my phone you see something blinking, a light blinking or not. I don't see it when I turn it around. I don't know what that is. Anyway, fractal bookmark. This is all because of Lynette. And I am loving it. Loving it. The colors are scrumptious. So I am up here in this top corner. right in here. So starting over into the blue. Isn't it pretty? So this isn't going to get put away either. Lynette convinced me that this is a big-ass project, and I have to agree. It is, let's see, 75 stitches wide by 200 long. So that might not sound very big, but whenever it's full coverage, that's a lot of stitches. And last but not least, we have my ranunculus bouquet punch needle. So of course I didn't do any more than this because the needle was giving me trouble. Several of you had asked whether it's because I had the bevel facing the wrong way. I did not. I went back and looked at the video and checked, and it's pretty automatic for me to have the bevel facing the right way. So that wasn't the problem. Unfortunately, Amazon no longer sells the needles separately. I thought when I had looked before, when I first started, that I did see them there. They have sets where you can buy the punch or the barrel as well as the 3 needles as a set. I already own the small and the medium, so I don't want to get that. So I'm looking on Etsy. I kind of don't want to pay shipping for just the little needles, so yeah, I'm wishy-washy on that. So that's all the birthday projects. That didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would. Oh, I did want to point out, I did get I'd mentioned in my needle, the punch needle project, that some of these flowers had the variegated floss. The coloris is what it is. So I got those in. Those are those colorways. Whoops, that's the number 10. Those ones. So those will be really pretty. All right. Gifts. I showed you what Michelle got me, Maine Moose Mom Stitcher. I have had more come in. Guys, you are just amazing. You bring so much joy to this little heart. Like I said numerous times, I never knew when I started this what I'd be getting back. So, one that I didn't show you, one of my projects that I didn't show you was Pretty Little Hawaii. You'll remember my little whale. I haven't worked on him anymore, but I got one of my little whales done. Mostly done. He's still missing one color. I saved this for last because Carolyn Seasook Stitch. I had this as the digital chart. Now, she included a note. Oh, I don't think I brought it up here. That said something along the lines of, there should be a law that like a week out from your birthday, you're not allowed to buy anything for yourself. Oh, I was wondering what the colored stripe was. See the colored stripe? I'm like, what is that on the pattern? I don't remember there being colored stripes there. It's because it's a piece of tape from Carolyn's wrapping. It's pretty tape. She said there ought to be a law that you can't buy anything for yourself a week out from your birthday, because she had bought this for me. She's doing it herself, and she's actually almost done with it. It's gorgeous. And then I decided I was going to do this as one of my birthday starts, and I bought the digital pattern. And so she's like, Jan. So I have the hard copy pattern now. I am going to use the hard copy pattern because there are many times, like especially when Mike's home and he's playing his video games on the TV, you know, I could watch Flosstube. When I have a digital pattern, of course it's on my iPad, which is what I usually use to watch Flosstube. If I'm using a digital pattern, I can watch Flosstube on my TV. That's all fine and good. until Mike's home, and if he's playing his video game on the TV and I'm using a digital pattern, then blah, 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 right? I can't watch Flosstube. So having the hard copy pattern is an advantage at some point. So thank you, Carolyn. She also got me, oh my God. How cute are those? Hawaii socks. I mean, really. Who knew? Who knew? Adorable. But I think the most awesome thing, and this is where the rainbow theme comes in. Joy, rainbows, and Jan. Yes, please. 101 joys make a rainbow. So the idea is, this is a gratitude journal. The idea is that every day you write whatever your gratitude is on for that day. And then you fold the pages in half. And so as it gets more and more, you have a rainbow. Right, fold, behold, a rainbow. How awesome is that? Now, she also included a note, and Carolyn, I hope you don't mind. This is what she said, I went to junior high school in Nebraska with the woman who started this company. So the company is Chronicle Books. We randomly bumped into each other in Portland one day. How fun is that? Thank you, Carolyn. I am using it every day, as you can see. I have my little folds here every day. All right, next. Excuse me while I pull down this load. So first, Lynette. Actually, first, before we go to Lynette, let me tell you something else that happened. So it's probably been a month or two that I talked about the patterns that I had ordered from Keepsakes that never came. I had ordered Silver Creek Samplers Christmas Wish List and Jeanette Douglas's Mini Quaker Stitches when we were there back in October. They had displays of them, samples of them. But they were out of stock on the chart, so I ordered them. I realized after we got here, probably in December, that I had never received those. So I called the shop, and the order slip was gone, the receipts were gone, I had paid for everything. They were pretty sure they had sent them, but they had never received them. So they very, very generously sent second copies of them to me out here in Hawaii. Yesterday in the mail, I got something from Keepsakes. And I was like, what in the world is Keepsakes sending me? And oh look, it was sent to my Odenton, to my Maryland address. So I don't know where these have been all this time. You wouldn't think that I'm sure they got lost on the mailroom floor because it wouldn't take that long to get mailed to Maryland. They never arrived in Maryland while we were still there. Let me see when they were mailed. October 29th. We didn't leave Maryland until November 27th, somewhere around in there, so a whole month. So they never made it to me there. They got lost somewhere in some mailroom somewhere. Somebody finally found them, sent them to Odenton. Odenton said, oh, she's no longer here, forwarding address Hawaii. They finally made it out here. So, these are going to be giveaways at the end of the video. Hold that thought. I'll get back to those with whatever you're going to say. Lynette. She knows me. So again, a sweet card, obviously handmade, with a sweet note in it. Lynette and I are like, we channel each other all the time. And I don't know whether, like, some of these might be things, she's in Australia, so some of these might be things you can only get there. I'm dropping stuff, sorry. Just wanted to make sure I haven't dropped anything important. Marble thread, made in Japan. Oh, it's a Cosmo thread. So I think this is just a cotton. Yeah, 100% cotton. Actually, oh. I'm looking for my Jeanette Douglas stuff. So one of the pieces of floss, hold on, let me pull this up, or Gloriana, that I needed was, is this the right one? Yeah, Fiesta. There's a Fiesta Light as well, but Fiesta Light has been discontinued. And so I got this from the store that Maria works at. Maria packaged it up and sent it to me. They didn't have Fiesta Light. I'm sure Fiesta Light is just a paler version of Fiesta, right? OMG. Talk about convergence when worlds collide, serendipity, things that were meant to be. All the joy, people, all the joy. Look at that. I'm going to try not to cry, but it's like on the verge. Just amazes me. Thank you, Lynette. Oh my God. Chenille trim. How pretty is that? Madeira silk. Now I know I've heard of Madeira before. I don't think I realized it was silk. I mean, I've recognized the packaging as being Madeira. Do they also have cotton floss? Anyways, I love this packaging. This is so brilliant. I wish everybody would do this. This is actually kind of along the lines of what my floss bags are, though, aren't they? The floss tucks. Right? This has a opening in the bottom for the floss to come out, but a hole to hang it with. We have holes to hang it with, openings for floss to come out. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And there I dropped something else. I'm going to pick it up with my toes. Little post-it notes. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Sweet, 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 sweet. And some little, what you can see, little buttons. Let me see if I can take these out and not spill them all over the place, because I seem to be a little dropsy today. If I can even get the little bag open. God. Hold on. It's getting there. So look at this. Look at that beautiful little bird charm. Is that gorgeous? I need to make a scissor fob or a zipper fob or something for that. Isn't he gorgeous? Little heart button. We seem to have a bird theme going here, Lynette. I'm holding it off the wrong way. Little bird cage charm. And then these 3 little mother of pearl buttons. Whoops, that I'm just throwing around. So, thank you, Lynette. Oh my God, you just made my day. That stays with Jeanette Douglas. All right, last but not least, certainly not least, Maria. Maria is another one who has become my heart sister. And Maria, your generosity overwhelms. Yes, I am crying. Beautiful card that her aunt made. Her aunt must be a phenomenal photographer. Look how pretty that is. That needs to get hung up here someplace. I had told Maria that I eventually want to get all the Garden Club series designs. She sent me 2, and she very brilliantly sent me the two that have the sewing together instructions on them, because I'm going to need them. Do you remember my Lizzie Kate piece that I have the fabric the wrong way? I'm going to need them because I'm going to be sewing fabric together. Now, one thing that this doesn't do necessarily, I guess there's some bees that cross over, is, well, I guess it kind of needs to line up there. But anyway, thank you. We had also been talking, and she's very sneaky like this, about the new charts and which of the new, you know, the market releases that I really liked. And of course, the Wool and Flax Company Plum Street sampler was one of them. So pretty, because sheep, we like our sheep. There's more. Maria makes project bags. Look how gorgeous. For the peacock sampler, the linen and threads peacock. Can you see that inside fabric? Look at the pretty zipper. Look how pretty that color is. Does she know me or what? And then this pretty purpley swirl inside. So pretty. So my peacock, Mr. Peacock, is going to go in here. We're not done. She was at the yarn store. Bad Tosh Merino Light in the colorway Blind Love. So gorgeous. We're not done. Wait, I buried the other one. Hold on. It's still in here. Maria is the one that picked out the Gloriana threads that I needed for the Jeanette Douglas piece. You know, I sent her the list. She saw this one and decided I needed that as well. Oh, it's hard to catch this color. It's called Royal Plum, and there's greens and teals there, and purples and plums. Look how pretty that is. We're not done. You know those crocheted baskets that everybody's doing? Maria did one for me. Look at those colors. Just gorgeous. She says her cat sits in hers. I could see a cat very easily wanting to climb in here. Maria, so generous. I can't even say thank you enough for it to equal all of this. And then she sent it by priority mail to Hawaii. So it got here in a couple of days. I love you. All right, guys, I had to take a bit of a break because I had all the feels. So I'm back now, hopefully under control. Did somebody say giveaway? So this giveaway comes to you courtesy of Keepsakes, Cross Stitch and Framing in Cincinnati, Ohio, and the U.S. Postal Service. Gotta love them. All right, so we have Silver Creek samplers. This is the my Christmas list. We're not getting fancy here. We never do, right? If you're interested in this, say, I'd like to stitch the Christmas list. The other one is Jeanette Douglas's Mini Quaker Stitches. This one calls for all DMC. This one calls for, oh, you can either use DMC or Gentle Arts wool. Ooh, I might get the wool for it. That would be cool. Anyways, if you want this one, say, I would like to stitch the Mini Quaker. So as always, You can ask for both of them. You will only win one. Please be a subscriber. Honor me with that. Don't say giveaway. Must be 18 or older. Etc. 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 I will choose a winner in my Flosstube video next week. The birthday gifts, I have not got them in the mail yet. This week was too insane. I do plan on having them ready to go out when I go out on Thursday. I'll get them to the post office then. All right, guys, that is everything. I'm going to have breakfast now and get this uploaded. Yay! And it hasn't gotten too hot, so that's a very good thing. I hope you will find your joy. Again, I apologize if I hurt anybody by my comments about the drinking video. That would never be my intention. Please know I wish you guys all the best. Find your joy. Find your happiness. Find that gold at the end of your own personal rainbow.